Wilson pulls the trigger.
Welcome to Talkin' Jets. My name's Ryan and I'll be your pilot tonight. Boys and girls, the Jets are 6-3 at the bye. We finally beat the division rival Buffalo Bills. It feels good. We're heading into this bye week flying high. I love it. I am here with my co-pilots. I've got Green Bean to my this way. I've got Mr. Matt O'Leary to my that way. Green Bean, how you doing tonight?
Dude, you said it, man. We are 6-3. Okay, we were supposed to be 1-9 or 0-9, 1-8, 2-7. We're 6-3. We are 2-1 in our division, with every reason to believe we're about to get revenge on the one loss, and we're going to be 3-1 in the division soon. There's so many reasons to be excited, guys. This is the first time since we've been hanging out that we can talk about beating the Buffalo Bills. And for that, I am grateful.
I love it. Mr. Matt O'Leary, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, what a difference a week makes. The season was over last time I saw you guys, man. What a wild chain of events in a week, no?
Yeah, dude, it's been absolutely crazy. For those of you just hopping in the stream, make sure you hit that like button. For every 25 likes we get on this video, we're going to pick a qualifier for our t-shirt giveaway at the end of the stream. And if you're watching this after the fact, all you got to do is leave a comment down below on the video, and you'll get entered into next week's t-shirt giveaway. And guys, in the live chat, I have a pinned question at the very top. It's not really a question, because the statement is what you should do. Because it is election day, you should head over to the pinned comment that says, vote for Sauce to get Rookie of the Week. It's the NFL.com Pepsi Rookie of the Week. Let's get him another ring. Jet fans taking care of their own. I love it. Buffalo Jet fan drops in. What's up, guy? He says 3 things. Love you all. Love you too, dude. I'm going to be reaching out to you soon because I've been meaning to. I sent a super chat in August saying the Jets would absolutely be playoff contenders, to which you all shot down. LOL. 3, let's fucking go Jets. So yeah, I would definitely not have said we were playoff bound in the preseason. I would say if everything clicks, the Jets could have an outside shot of contending for a playoff spot. I did not think we would be 6-3 at this point. Like, the most optimistic part of me never thought this. Matt, your thoughts on Buffalo's chat right here?
I will absolutely eat crow on this one. I am happy to, more than happy to. I thought, look, if everything broke right, I thought, okay, maybe in our wildest dreams, 10-7. But 10-7 seems very realistic. That's only 4-4 the rest of the way. So what a world.
Green Bean, what about you? How you feeling about playoff contenders at the start of the season? How you feeling kind of like eating a little crow with us?
No, I'm going to rewrite history, and I'm going to say I never said anything of the sort. And I was the one telling Buffalo that we were going to the playoffs. He was the one that said not a chance. So I just want to make sure everybody understands what really happened.
I love that. I love that. Dude, I'm real excited to be winning some games here. So, like I said, Buffalo Bills lose to the New York Jets 17-20. The better team won on Sunday. It's got me feeling good. We rebound. Zach Wilson finishes the day 18-25, 154, and a touchdown. He did have the strip sack fumble after the 12-minute skycam delay. Let's talk about that for a second. 12-minute skycam delay? That was like the friggin' Super Bowl with the with the Ravens and the 49ers. We were like clicking on all cylinders. We get all the way down there, and it's like, oh, sorry, they can't beat the Bills. Flip the switch off. Someone cut the string. Wile E. Coyote's sitting up there with a little pair of scissors from Acme, snipping that thing down. That's exactly what happened. And now it's like, what the hell? We come back out, immediately a pre-snap penalty. Then we get, I believe it was the 7-yard gain to Garrett Wilson, and then it was a run maybe to the outside, and then it was the strip sack fumble. So everything just unraveled real quick after that delay. Green Bean, what were your thoughts on the Skycam delay?
Well, first, I want to just say Mike Kaz in the chat. Yes, you get the joke. Thank you, Mike Kaz. I think it's nice to have you around, Mr. Kaz. But yeah, I thought it was complete and utter horseshit. We had them on their heels. They were huffing and puffing. They were looking glazed over. They had not a chance in hell of stopping us. We were about to drive down, punch them square in the face, and get in the end zone. And they gave them, like you said, 12, I thought it was 15, but 12 minutes to rest, reset. The momentum shifted entirely the opposite way. Like you just said, that series ended up being a bunch of clams, and Sauce got a pick out of it. So all's well that ends well. But I liked that Robert Saleh came out in his post-game presser and actually mentioned it and called it Cameragate. We overcame Cameragate or something along those lines. So, hey, man, he gets it. We're not alone. We're not just conspiratorial, crazy people. There was something up there, man, and Saleh knows it too.
Yeah, it's like when he said, "Oh, it's only the Jets this happens to." It's like that's what it feels like, right? Amen. Matt, how'd you feel about Cameragate?
I said this is going to kill the momentum, and it almost did. It did.
Mm-hmm.
After the strip sack, I said, "You got to be kidding me," because they were on a phenomenal drive. They were just moving the ball, and they were going to get points. They were in the red zone, and then, thankfully, Sauce Gardner comes up with a massive interception, and that's when I started to feel like, okay, the Jets are really going to win this game because, the Jets of old, they spiral after something like that, but not these Jets.
No, not at all. Brian Bogan says Belichick in the shadows with a pair of scissors, with the candlestick in the ballroom with Colonel Mustard. Guys, in the live chat, we have a vote for the Rookie of the Week pinned comment in there. So if you want to vote for Sauce Gardner, let's get this dude another Rookie of the Week. Click on that. I'll take you right to the page. You can vote as many times as you want. I feel like the NFL is going to have to change this because we're just going to spam every Jet person that goes up there. But Sauce deserves it. I like it.
Did you see that shit that the Jets put out on their social media? Completely demeaning the impact of Jet fans. Did you guys see it?
No, what was it? Talk to me.
It was Garrett Wilson. He's walking through the Jets facility.
Oh, yes, I did see that. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Want to know how we all win Rookie of the Week? And they said, what was his name? Bob or something? Joe?
Yeah, it was just the one guy sitting there with like the clicking of the revote.
Fucking bullshit, man. It's the one thing we're doing out here. That's us. We're doing that.
Yeah, keep it under wraps. You don't have to say we're all spamming it. Come on, we know it, but the rest of the NFL could do it. We just have better fans.
That's exactly right. That's what I say. Like, look, the NFL or whoever, Pepsi, whoever it is, they're the ones that choose the players that get put up there. And obviously they have to do something positive that week in order to be put up there. But once it's up there, it's fan base versus fan base. And we are literally undefeated. And I'll take it, man. It's a very, very strong positive for our impact on the NFL and the Jets at large.
Well, so it's a double-edged sword, right? Like people start knowing our players, we start getting all these accolades we're super pumped about, and then we have to pay these guys a shit ton of money because they've been Pepsi Player of the Week. If you ask me, Pepsi Player of the Week means nothing. Johnny's Players of the Week, now that means something. We got 6 ice cream cones now for Johnny. Love it.
Oh yeah, he's the best.
Great guy. Chris V comes in and says, hit that like button for these dope gents. Let's go Jets. Thank you, Chris. Always appreciate it. So let's get into this game a little bit. Let's jump off with Zach Wilson. 18 of 25, 72% completion percentage, 154 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 fumble. He did have 2 sacks. The 1 sack was the one we alluded to right after the stoppage of momentum. The second sack was a calculated move by Zach. We were in field goal range. We weren't trying to make a mistake. They definitely told him beforehand, just fall to the ground. Like don't risk a throw. Just get to the ground if you're going to get pressured. And that's exactly what he did. So I kind of factor it in as like 1 actual sack with even an asterisk on that one. But Matt, I want to hear your thoughts. How are you feeling about Zach Wilson last week versus Zach Wilson this week? And has the outlook changed on Zach?
No, outlook hasn't changed because my outlook didn't change after last week's bad performance. I know it was tough, but these guys, they go up, it's up and down. But what I did like from Zach Wilson this week, yes, these numbers are not going to pop off the page, but he was much more decisive. 72% completion. He was getting the ball out of his hands quickly. He wasn't doing Green Bean's favorite thing when he drops back forever and spins around and does the do-si-do, swings his partner, the whole deal. And he actually threw the ball away and he got it out of bounds. So I was impressed with Zach Wilson. I wouldn't say it was a, oh my God, that's the best game ever kind of performance, but I think he took a big step forward into looking like a more comfortable and confident quarterback.
Green Bean, your thoughts on our quarterback?
Isn't it hilarious? Like the week before he throws for 355 and 2 touchdowns and he looks like complete shit. And then this week he throws for 150 yards and it was just completely different. Like Matt's saying, it's like it was all about the efficiency. It was not making stupid mistakes. And that just shows you the impact of turnovers in particular, of course, but all that erratic play, like what that does to the whole game. It takes away any positives, man. Like, again, the 355, 2 touchdowns, those interceptions removed it entirely and we lost the game. In this game, all we needed Zach to do was get the ball out of his hands quickly. If you're going to run forward. Okay. And I mean, then that's it. It's just like, don't make mistakes, limit the mistakes, get the ball to your playmakers quickly. And all will be well. The defense and special teams can take care of the rest. And we saw it. It was as if they finally heard us. Like the 3-step, boom, 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 boom. It was just like quick passes all over the place for the most part all day. And I thought it was amazing. I really did. And again, we don't need 300 yards. We need efficiency and we need low mistakes.
Yeah, 100%. And I did see this. Let me see if I could find it real quick. The Jets and Zach Wilson, prior to this past game, Zach Wilson's average time from snap to... What? Oh, I thought I heard something. Sorry.
I hear a train. I hear a train.
It's a train outside. I live like a few houses down from like a railroad. It's
oh
not,
my God.
I know. It's not too bad because it's not a passenger one. So it's just like freight. It comes by like this-ish time, I guess. So the Jets and Zach Wilson had the highest average time to throw at 3.2 seconds. That's from snap to throw. This past week, we dropped that to 2.31 seconds per throw. That's incredible. We dropped it almost an entire second. And when you think about a second worth of time from pass rushers keying in on your quarterback, you're making a decision. You are playing based on the script and also based on your instincts. Like I want to see, boom, snap the ball, first read, second read, run, first read, second read, dump off, something like that. And then we also saw some comments from Zach Wilson as well, sort of in the Elijah Moore category that sort of alluded to Moore not being put into the like the high reads, like his first read or his second read. And he's saying like, oh, it's, the coach or it's the coaching staff, I don't really make those calls. And it seems like they're trying to get him to play within a certain alleyway, maybe. And that might be good for us because we're not getting those whirly bird style running around things. But yeah, look, I really like this. I think snapping the ball faster and having the ability to catch defenders off guard is incredible. And the Jets defense and run game is so good that if we could just get into manageable downs and distances consistently, this is going to be a really good friggin' team. Matt, your thoughts?
No, I agree. I agree 100%. If the Jets get that version of Zach Wilson this past week, every week, they're going to win a lot of football games because they don't need him to do a ton right now. And I think he's only going to get better with time. They're not asking him to do a whole lot. The defense is phenomenal. And they are still running the ball very, very well without Breece Hall. I did a video earlier today where I pulled the clips of the final drive for the Jets, and what they were able to do in bullying the Buffalo Bills was just something out of 2009. It was awesome.
It was incredible to watch that. They just ran it right down their throat. We're sitting there, we're like, they're going to run the ball right here. Buffalo knows they're going to run the ball right here. We are running the ball for like 20 yards right now. I had a clip just like running it down their throat. Like, I don't care what you say. We are going to get this ball across that first down marker. Right now, the Jets, according to Pro Football Focus, are listed as the 7th total team in power rankings. That's 30th on offense, 1st on defense, 6th on special teams, according to DVOA, which is a much more accurate way of assessing your team's talent, as it bases your ranking based on the quality of opponent that you have. The Jets are ranked 9th overall, 20th in offense, 7th in defense, 9th in special teams, and that's probably closer to where I would put them, because I don't think we're one of the top 3 worst offenses. And I mean, I do think we are the best defense. I really do. I think that will start to rise up once we start playing a little bit more of the softer part of our schedule right now. And special teams seems like it's pretty spot on right there as well. Green Bean, any issues with some of these rankings? How are you feeling with where each one of our units is kind of at right now? You know, defense really highly touted, offense still lagging behind, special teams sort of at the higher end of this.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm one who rarely puts too much stock in rankings. I think it's like, you know, most of the time I disagree for one reason or another. You know, I think that there's like a little political stuff in there, NFL politics, you know, there's favoritism one way or the other, all that kind of stuff. That said, it has been a long time since we've seen things like the New York Jets with the number 1 or even top 5 defense, you know, Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed being in the top 5 of cornerbacks by PFF. So it's all over the place. And that's what kind of makes it a little bit more sound. Is that, like you said, in DVOA, it's coming out of PFF, ESPN. Like, so they're all doing this and they all have us somewhere up there. And the truth is, man, and we talked about this for the past couple of years, is that our defense is exactly like all the successful Jets defenses of years past, barring the Rex Ryan 2 years, right? When Jets football has traditionally been a 4-down lineman, relentless pass rush with very good cornerback play. Those have been the great defenses in Jets history. And we saw Robert Saleh trying to do that. And we're here, man. Like, we're getting to the quarterback with the 4-down lineman. Now, the rotation and all that, there may be a different cast of characters. One type, we know it's Bryce Huff this play. The next play, it's Jermaine Johnson, and all throughout the line. But it's still our 4-down lineman. We rarely need to take somebody from the rest of the defense to provide any pressure. And that, I'm just telling you, man, I've been waiting for this since like the Dennis Byrd, Jeff Lageman, Marvin Washington. It's been that friggin' long, man. And it's just such a beautiful thing to see. Like, it's legit. It's not fluky, man. Like, it's Quinnen Williams. Quinnen Williams is still coming up big on 3rd and 4th downs. Like, Jermaine Johnson literally ran down Josh Allen. You got Bryce Huff, who, like, let me just tell you, that 3-play series, he was held on the 2 plays that he didn't get the sack. And then the one when he wasn't held, he actually got in and created the strip sack on Josh Allen. It's like, these guys are dude, even Nathan Shepard in this game looked like he was possessed. I don't know if that stood out to me. I'm like, oh my God, look at Nathan Shepard. He was like running, he was digging. You could see the intensity on his face. I was like, who the fuck is that? So I don't know, man. It's just seeing the rankings, it's definitely supporting what I'm seeing on the field. And it's exciting, man, because it's real. It's not the one game like we beat the Bengals last year and we got all excited. Mike White, 405. And it was fun, man. It's fun, and I take nothing from it. This is completely different. This is our real defense, young players playing together like a unit, buying in and kicking the living shit out of people. We dominated the Buffalo Bills in the entire 4th quarter. We imposed our will on both sides of the ball, and that's something we're not used to, man. It's good to see.
Ooh, Green Bean. You know what? I'm going to go over to this real quick. Let me see if I can do this without screwing it up. I love where you're going with this, so I'm
Can I
going
tell you
to.
something? While you're doing that, I'm just going to tell you guys a little tidbit. So my wife asked me a few minutes ago, hey, did anybody take the garbage out? Now, I have a driveway that is, with no exaggeration, 400 feet long. Okay?
Mhm.
It's fucking taking the garbage out is no joke around here. So my wife just said, I just gave Jovis, Teen Bee, and I just gave him the car and told him to drive it down. So my wife literally just gave my 14-year-old kid a car to take the garbage down.
That's amazing.
Anyway. Yeah.
My when we lived at my childhood home, we had a driveway similar to that. It was 400 or 500 feet long, and it was we would sit in the back of my mom's 4Runner and drag the can. They drive us down,
Right.
like when it was cold as shit out, and you weren't walking all the way down. And it was a steep hill too. Like it wasn't fun to drive up and down.
Yeah. This is
you all live in the boonies.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm in
and
the
you know what's
sticks.
cool?
We had 5
Right.
acres of property.
Yeah, well, that's right. I have 5.5 acres, and it's but like here, like I have enough space, like I can let my kids drive around. Like nobody's coming here. There's lots of farms. Like you see vehicles on the road. The license plate just says farm use, and they're driving around. You know what I mean? It's like
It's cheaper diesel. That's why, right?
That's exactly right. Yeah, it's cheaper diesel. But and because like you don't need to, there's a different registration and all that kind of stuff. But they will literally let like 14-year-old kids drive. It's like nobody's gonna bust your chops around here.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't make any waves, and everybody's
Don't do
kind of
something
cool.
stupid. And
Right.
I gotcha. So Green Bean, I found the thing you were talking about, the fourth quarter. So let me put it up on the screen real quick. So the fourth quarter, best fourth quarter point differential on the season. The Jets are tops in the fourth quarter in terms of point differential, plus 58. Look at the fourth team down, the Giants, at plus 25. You can add the Giants' point differential to the second place team, the Vikings, and it ties the Jets. That's how good the Jets have been this year.
It's unbelievable, man. And that's what I mean. Like they can say whatever they want. You know, you can say, "Oh, Kenny Pickett." You can say Skylar Thompson. You know what I mean? You know, whatever it is, you can say it, but it's not a 1 week thing. It's not taking advantage of one situation. It is a young team that sloppily at times is slowly but surely putting it together. And the one thing that they've done from the word go, man, and we noticed him. I forget which game. I think it was the Green Bay game. It was like the first play on defense. Like we deferred to Aaron Rodgers, and the first play, it was like the way our linebackers, I think it was CJ Mosley and Quincy Williams on the first tackle. It was different. It was like it was super fast. It was super hard, and it's different. And this team is not messing around, man. Like it's all clicking. And this is what we have been really deserving for a long time. And you can see how fraudulent all the other team, you know, the rebuilds have been. They were just completely empty shells. Like this is legit. And this team is still going to get better, man. We're still just kind of getting to know each other. And it's serious. And look at that. 58 plus 58
That's
in the
absurd.
fourth quarter is absurd.
Matt, your thoughts on this stat?
It's a really, really good sign. It shows how resilient they are in the fourth quarter. And as kind of Green Bean was saying, they haven't even quite figured it out yet. This is still such a young team that is still learning and growing together. They're not even close to their fullest potential, which makes it even that more scary.
And what's crazy is we did all that against the number one defense in the league, in the Buffalo Bills. They scored less points than they scored on the season against our defense. And we almost scored more points than any team on them. The only reason we didn't get it is because we have that 12-minute friggin' camera delay. Camera delay doesn't happen. We kicked the 3 points. Now all of a sudden the Jets are up 23-17 by the end of the game. And I think the most points scored on the Bills, I think it's 20 or 21.
21, right? Isn't it 21?
Yeah.
I think.
Hey, I said it on our halftime show. I was like, I just want to score more than that.
Incredible, man. It's incredible.
It's nice. This is a good thing to see happen.
Don't forget to hit the like button. I'm picking winners for or qualifiers, I should say,
There you
for
go.
the t-shirt thing. I think, what do we have? Like 4, 5, 6. We got 6 in there now. you guys put in a few more, we can get another qualifier. So go ahead and hit the like button.
Brian Lemos says, Victory Tuesday, let's go Jets. Sup, guys? What's up, Brian? John says, voted for Sauce 1,291 times. I'll round it up later. Yeah, guys, you can vote as many times as you want, so just smack that vote. It's pinned in the live chat, so make sure you head over there. J-Boy comes in, says 7-1 the rest of the year. Only loss is week 18, resting the starters. Oh, that would feel good. Which leads me into a great segue. Now, chat, I'm sure you guys are aware of this, and for those of you guys that are not aware of it, Nooner had a tweet back in August where he did a coin flip schedule for the New York Jets and winners and losers of each outcome for each week. And right now, he is 100% on this list up to the bye. 100%.
Crazy.
Absolutely insane. Like the statistical odds of that, I think it's something like 1 in 1,000, I believe, was the number I had heard to get up to this point. And he's going to be right for next week, right? So my question to you guys is, do you want to see the coin flip bracket continue, or do you want to win versus the Patriots and the Bears next week? Right now, the coin flip bracket, the way it has us finishing is 11-6, and we lose in the AFC Championship game. So would you sign up for coin flip madness, or are you going for the win against the Patriots and Bears and breaking the magical streak here? Green Bean, I'll ask you first.
I don't want to lose to the Pats. I'll sacrifice the rest of the season to beat them. That's
there it is, Matt. I think you're feeling the same way.
Give me the effing Pats on a silver platter, baby. Let's go. I want my revenge.
I want to crush this coin flip bracket. It's cool as hell. Got to talk about it now. But dude, I still want to win games. Don't get me wrong. But if I could lose every other game and I had to have one win left on this schedule, it's the Patriot game. Like I'm not. There's no way I'm signing up for a Patriot loss without fighting that game. I have to go against it. But man, this is cool. That is incredible. This dude better buy some lottery tickets real quick, because that is pretty wild.
It is amazing. It really is.
Ablab comes in, says, once Zach Wilson gets some game planned runs sprinkled in with his natural ability to be fleet-footed out of the pocket, he's going to start putting up numbers Steve Young ceiling and beyond. So we're starting to see a very big pivot in the way people have looked at the 2021 draft class, and because of the way Justin Fields is running the ball the last 3 weeks. That game in December, I think it's December, end of November, whatever it is, Jets-Bears. That game just got a whole lot more interesting. It's not as easy as we once thought it was. Green Bean, you want to see more planned runs for Zach?
Yeah, actually, I wouldn't want to see that be like the major focal point of our offense. But yeah, I think 2, 3 designed runs, like rollouts, could be really, really effective, man. And I'll tell you what. The thing I'd like to see the most, though, is what we started to see this week against Buffalo, that when the protection breaks down and we're 3-5 yards from a first down, take off and just run for it. That's what I want to see. No hesitation, and he did that. It was as if it's like everything that he had an issue with the week before, he fixed it all.
Just gone.
I mean? Everything. Amazing.
Yeah. Dude, I think he ran, it was at least 2 first downs that he wound up running for. I think he had 5 rushes for 24 yards. And the one just before the touchdown that Matt alluded to earlier was fantastic. And then the other one was a longer one. I believe it was on the drive prior, before the the camera gate issue, had a nice little scamper for a first down. If he could get 2 of those a week, that'd be huge. Matt, you want to see more designed runs for Zach?
Yeah, I do. There's no reason. And again, he doesn't have to be Lamar or Justin Fields, but 5 to 8 times a game, maybe something like that. And it's so easy. Just take the free yards. And as Green Bean said, again, the box score numbers aren't going to jump out at you for Zach's performance this past week, but just how comfortable he looked and the 180 from last week, from where he was doing his drop back thing and throwing the ball up for grabs and just being extremely decisive and careful with the football. It was impressive to me.
What's irritating to me is after a great win against the Buffalo Bills, you're hearing people talk about the New York Jets not in a positive light. It's like, oh, what did the Bills do wrong to lose this game? Yeah. And it like, dude, it was driving me wild. It was absolutely insane. Before we get into some more super chats, I want to kind of springboard this into the Brady Quinn, Danny Kanell comments. I have the video clip here. So guys, we got a list of super chats that we are going to get to, starting with Romani AD and then Benjamin Knack and Everaldo De Jesus. So we'll get to you guys in just a second. But I want to play this clip. I think it's about 3.5 minutes. But let's sit and watch it, and we'll discuss it on the other end.
That's bigger than wow. I mean, you're 6-3.
That's wild.
I get it. The books still don't believe in this team.
No.
I mean, they literally just beat the Buffalo Bills right now, and they're 22-1 odds to win the division.
Hey, Vegas
It's
knows something.
nuts. It's nuts.
I'll throw some money on
Someone
that.
tell Leger Douzable to figure it out. He's been pounding the table for the Jets, and all I've said the entire year is Vegas does not believe in this team. Regardless of what's happening on the field, they do not believe in this team right now.
Brady Quinn, giving his insight right off the bat alongside Danny Kanell.
That was astonishing.
We're here to
I did
talk
not know
about
that coming into it.
You know what? And this is the best division in football, too. They're the only division with every team sitting above the 500 mark, which is incredible because when you thought about when the season started, if you'd have looked at the AFC East, that's not the division you're thinking is going to be the best. You're maybe thinking it's the West. AFC West maybe is the division you're looking at. But let's start with this surprise Jets. I mean, they enter 2022 with a win total set at over or under 5.5. We're 9 weeks in. They've surpassed that. So with 8 games to go, how many more victories do you see on this schedule in terms of where they can get to in a win-loss record?
It's an interesting schedule when you break it down, right? Because they go into the bye this week. Out of the bye, though, they've got to go play New England, a team that they just lost to at home. They have to go to Foxborough to take on the Patriots. So this is how I've got breaking down the rest of their schedule. To me, though, the toss-up game, and I've got an L in there just for home field advantage for the Seahawks, but it's that Week 17 game. I could see the Jets, based on how they're comprised, the coverage on the outside, the pressure they can get with that front, Carl Lawson, Quinn Williams, all those pieces, and their ability to run the football, that one could flip this, where instead of getting 3 wins, they go to 4, they hit and end up being a 10-win team. I could see that down the stretch, but again, I'm trying to give a little credit to the Seattle Seahawks and Geno Smith and what they've been able to build this year, but I think if you're looking at it, I've got a hard time believing they're going to win in Buffalo, win in Minnesota the way those two teams are looking right now. I got them beating the Lions. Obviously, the Jaguars take care of business at home. But the rest, to me, Danny, it's too competitive. So I got them finishing 9-8 at this point.
I know this isn't great television. Noah didn't tell us this, our producer. I have the exact same finishing record with the exact same wins and losses.
So you don't believe they can win on the road.
You know we're going to be wrong.
Exactly. You know we're going to be wrong. I do feel pretty good it'll be in that vicinity, and I would definitely lean towards the under. You were just telling me the adjusted win total is 9.5, and we're both under. I would feel I feel pretty confident you should take the under on this one. This is a team that's playing with great defense, which is awesome. But before we start talking about the Bills, like, oh, what a win that was for the Bills, we see this happen all the time in the NFL, where a team has a bad game, Josh Allen has a rough one, and you've got to give credit to the Jets for taking advantage of that. But sometimes you get in they feel too good about themselves, get a little bit cocky, you don't show up with your full mental capabilities and what you usually put out there, and you get beat. It can happen. And credit to the Jets for doing that. Zach Wilson is still highly erratic with his play. I don't trust him. In a lot of these games that we're looking at that we both chalked up, like even the Bears all of a sudden are playing with a lot more momentum, and Justin Fields is going to provide some problems for a lot of defenses, maybe even more so than what any defense was expecting. Like, I could see them potentially losing that game. I put it up as a win, but I feel more of the wins are 50-50 propositions. And I gave them the benefit of the doubt, where I would say maybe they lose more of those games than not.
So adjusted win total now is 9.5. I got to look at that up, because if that's DraftKings or like FanDuel or Vegas or whatever is saying 9.5 wins is the adjusted total for us, I'm hammering the over again. Daddy just took home money because of his 5.5 win bet, 100%. And did you notice 9-8 with 3 wins, all coming at home. They said we were going to lose every game on the road. The Jets are currently undefeated on the road. You got to be kidding me. Matt, your thoughts?
It's a load of garbage. They're not going 3-5 the rest of the way. It's just piling on, man. I hope there's a line at 9.5. I'm gonna hammer that. Are you kidding me?
Green Bean, I think your microphone may be turned off. Check that real quick. But the 9.5, it's like it's crazy. Like these guys are already like backpedaling like crazy. Like, oh my God. And then Vegas doesn't believe in them. This is, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous to me. And then you look at the Bills game too. The Bills game, based on what happened to Josh Allen, they may not have him for that game. They may have, they may have, I think Case Keenum is their backup right now. Could you imagine going against Case Keenum instead of Josh Allen?
And if that's the case, that would be the 3rd quarterback that this defense has taken out of the game for one reason or another.
Dude, that's absurd.
Yep.